And welcome back, everybody. Today we are finally here. We are finally going to rip Skullface a new asshole. We're gonna have him pay us back for all he's done. Also, we can't pick our own landing zone, so that's kind of awkward.
That's where Skullface is keeping Sahelanthropus before setting it loose in Afghanistan. There's a good chance he's got nukes, too. Boss, we need to figure out what Skullface is up to. If you make contact with him, get him to talk. The ethnic cleansing parasites, Sahelanthropus. Find out what his plans are. Skullface's plans are on the verge of fruition. We need to stop him while we still can.
Why doesn't the other helicopter have the same paint job as Pequod does? That's not you know, that's breaking regulation there, guys.
Careful down there, boss.
Also, humorously enough, you can hop out of the helicopter.
Soldiers in that area are all dead. Apparently XOF unleashed the Russian parasite strain. To isolate the facility, they first spread reports of a chemical weapon leak. The infection won't spread into the surrounding regions. Still, to think they just exterminate the men who work with them all this time. Skullface must be making his final play.
Yeah, you can jump out of the helicopter earlier than when he usually stops, which is kind of funny. Also, our emblem we're rocking today shoots skulls. It's time to pay XOF back for everything they've done back in Ground Zeroes. Also, ignore these containers. They always respawn.
Snuck into the cargo on board the chopper. His idea of an escape attempt? Who can say? We'll think of how to deal with him later. Snake, do you read me? I know more than anyone about OKB-0 and Sahelanthropus. Boss, I've made up my mind. I want to be of use to you, not him. Let me work to pay for what I've done. I'll prove it, that I've always been your ally. Boss, I'll be focused on coordinating backup here at Mother Base. The chain of command is still in place. If you have orders, give them through Miller as usual. Skullface is in OKB-0. Start by making contact with him. The facility itself is under the control of XOF, Cypher's strike force. We have no hard data on their force strength, so your judgment in the field will be key. Boss, we're finally here. Find Skullface, and take everything from him. Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies. XOF has occupied the facility. Skullface must be close.
But yes, those containers up at the beginning of the mission, they always respawn, and as an aside, that's also a checkpoint. Normally, the door that we enter to get up here is usually locked. But yeah, there's a few containers there. They always respawn when you redo the mission, but the game has diminishing returns if you kept grabbing them. So if I tried to grab that precious materials cargo, it only gave me 5 materials for 10,000 GMP. So I guess they don't want to let people farm that stuff. But yeah, we're going completely lethal today. I got my horrible abomination of a sniper rifle that has a shotgun attached to it. We're also running the AKS that I have shortens for close encounters. Excuse me, and we also got a SMG that functions similar to a rifle. And we're just gonna kill everyone. We're just gonna go completely hog wild. but we gotta set up a good ambush point. As an aside, on this these pathways here on both sides, there's claymores that they set, so you gotta keep an eye out on that. And my favorite thing in this game is the slip and slides of the slopes. Also, I guess that guy's helmet completely got rid of his peripheral vision. And this is one of the few bases that actually has security cameras. Now you would think with the beginning intro, especially with Emmerich telling you about how no one else knows about OKB0 like him. But we'll show this off real quick. Jesus Christ, is that a fucking flare used as the ignition source? No wonder we had to, you know, discover it. But there we go. Now I'm an asshole. I also missed the actual sniper. Whoops. And what's also weird is that quiet sniper rifles... Oh, never mind. That wasn't quiet sniper rifle that shot. That was the sniper shooting at me that missed. But yes, you would think with Emmerich saying that, hey, I know more about OKB0, you would think that means he would like give advice if you try to call him over the codec. No, if you try using the codec, it's just Miller telling you, go find Skullface. There's also some really odd line reads at the beginning where Ocelot says, oh, the chain of command's still in place. I guess that's just in case you couldn't be immersed in Miller being in the helicopter but still giving commands back at Mother Base. But yeah, I actually made a mistake here.
Good work. 2 more gates to go. Still all quiet at the silo. No sign of Skullface or his Goliath. Surely they can't already have... No, never mind.
There is one of the side missions is to extract these walker gears. Almost forgot about it. And hey, English-speaking enemy soldiers. We haven't heard that since Ground Zeroes. What is kind of funny is that in the last video I made a big deal about researching the rubber bullet rifle that actually has a silencer scope on it. A silencer, not scope, barrel. But these guys are all wearing armor, so that doesn't actually work out in my favor at all, so I couldn't actually show it off. And what really sucks actually about that rifle is that you can't change the silencer on it, even though you've researched it. And I'm not sure why I'm missing this guy so badly. As you can see, this rifle doesn't have like insane scope bullet drop, so I'm not too sure what the deal is.
Keep on him! Fire! Enemy got to one. Dispatch body. Over. This is CP. Understood. All fire teams sections routed. Flush out the intruder. Out.
What I do kind of like here is that the soldiers aren't all doing one like one hive mind thing. So you got this group of 3 right here. As I said, a group of 3. But then you got all those other guys that are still looking in the opposite direction because that's where Quiet's at. Again, I love this game's AI because it's kind of like the soldiers are split into 2 groups. You got the guys going after the sniper, and you got the other guys going after the person they saw. And something that's always wigs me out about these games is when you can see enemies, is sometimes I don't think that they're behind cover. But I don't quite understand the guys who can apparently see me throwing Molotovs at a distance. And god damn it, he got right on the thing. That is pretty nice too, is that there's clearly a PA system, because this is an actual base that they scream things over. I'm pretty sure they do that in the other missions, I just don't know it because they're not speaking English. And here is one of those mines that I've talked about.
CP, this is Delta 9. Taking heavy casualties. Requesting immediate backup. Over. This is CP. Understood. All fire team. Divert available manpower and back them up. Out.
I think that may have been the one backup. Which is weird, because usually when backup comes, it comes from nearby outposts, but there is no other XOF outpost. So I don't know where the backup was coming from. Also, another series of side missions here is extracting the tanks. There's 3 of them in this mission, as well as 3 walker gears, so we're already 2 for 3 and 1 for 3. Then we have to manually reposition Quiet, just so she can try and pop the guys who are in cover. And I'm not too sure why I'm shutting off the lights as I go on. I guess just paranoia about cameras, but I'm not actually sure if cameras work with lights or not. And for whatever reason, Quiet decided to go somewhere completely different.
Lost visual contact. Heading the last known position. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your eyes peeled for any movement. Out.
And yeah, there's gonna be a few awkward ass cuts like that right there. Once again, thanks to Shadow Play. I'm gonna test out OSB here soon enough. But yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Look at that helicopter.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
Has a unique look to it. It almost looks like a Morphos helicopter. Unfortunately, with this base, it is kind of somewhat difficult to sneak around because there's not much mobility options. Because for the most part, you're going down this middle strip of road. And I want to take out the helicopter and show off my embarrassing, well, I can't really say it's embarrassing. Sensitivity shoots like almost to 0 when you hop in the AA gun. But I guess I should just get a bigger mouse pad, because you can clearly tell when I've went as far right as I could before having to lift the mouse up, bring it back to the left, and then move in again. Oh no, that's on the to-do list.
Alright, you're through the second gate. Only 1 gate left. From here on in, you're in the enemy's headquarters. Something's wrong. But it has to be here.
Yep, so now we are actually in properly at FOB, at this base. And yeah, and now I can see why Quiet was having trouble sniping guys. There's a lot of cover here. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna blind fire this Molotov. Missed. And they knew exactly where it came from. Those smart motherfuckers. So we're contending with a couple of snipers out in the back. We got guys, you know, checking up on the roofs. We got a few machine gunners back there. It's a pretty nice fortified position, all things considered. They get a little too close for comfort with the mortars, as you can see right there. Unfortunately, though, they didn't consider that we would have a invisible Mach 5 sprinting Deadeye waifu that can jump around. Also, I love that they're apparently saying, okay, just investigate the area, as Quiet's like running around sniping them, and I'm sniping them. And that camera right there is apparently looking straight at me, and they still don't know I'm here. But yeah, the guy said to investigate, but no one seems to want to investigate. I mean, I'm not exactly blaming them, but I wouldn't be sitting still in one spot. And you know what's something I've missed from Metal Gear Solid 4? The ability to go into hanging mode from a crawl. That was pretty neat. I also missed the floor humping you do when you move slow enough while crawling, but that's for different reasons. Now that asshole right there.
Cease cover fire!
I'm gonna tell Quiet to hit him specifically.
Begin cover fire!
And that's me freaking out because I said take aim, but Snake said fire at will.
Take aim.
And Quiet just doesn't want to take aim at the guy I'm currently aiming at. And yep, fucked up my shot. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, those walker gears, they're pretty hardy. once again, pretty nice that they lay down machine gun fire on where you're at while the guys on the ground try to move forward. I'm sure Quiet's kind of fucking that up though for them, so they don't know what to do. We're gonna go close, and we're going to use a sniper rifle as a CQC weapon. If only this game had quick scoping, then I could play like I'm playing Call of Duty, where the best weapons you use at range is a shotgun with slugs, and then the best weapons used up close is a sniper rifle that you just quick scope on. Unfortunately, this game doesn't seem to support the ability to jump in the air while spinning 360 degrees, and then at the apex of my jump while spinning 360 degrees, I lay flat on my stomach, hit the floor, and immediately stand right back up. Man, they just don't know what makes Call of Duty good. Also, that was a really fucking stupid plan of mine. I don't know what I was thinking. But getting that guy off his walker gear is going to be a major pain in the ass. You know, you almost gotta feel sorry for these guys. They just... You got a sniper, you got big fucking boss down on the floor, and he's just... There's nothing that can be done. Gotta hold this line. Oh, ooh, you lucky motherfucker. I also like their dynamic, for lack of a better term, call-outs like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, so on. Honestly, what I think would have made this mission better, just because last mission, Snake says, I need backup, and Miller's like, okay, we'll meet you on the site or whatever. And you got an actual second helicopter with you that has a few Mother Base soldiers with you. For some reason, Eli and Emmerich are on it. And I honestly think this game would have worked better if you could have had Mother Base members out on the field as well, supporting you. Also, trying to sneak past a guy with a camera looking right at you isn't the best of options.
Get on the mortar and pass by the enemy target. Over!
Yeah, I don't know if that's still Quiet firing or a sniper firing at Quiet, because she shouldn't run out of her suppressor. Alright, we're gonna get you, motherfucker. Come on, Quiet. Aim at that guy. Oh, good thing that guy ran past me. Oh, rip that guy. Well, hey, I didn't know that. If you take a few shots at the faceplate, it actually breaks apart. That's pretty neat. And then it's at this point I start to feel really awful. Oh man, doesn't that just make you feel awful? The guy calling out to his comrade. Oh man, I don't even know how he's even seeing the guy I shot, because he's looking right into a corner. And then it's at this point I start feeling bad for another reason. I somehow fucking missed at that range. God damn it. Ah. My absolute worst moment. Jesus Christ. And then I figured, since it's a locked building, clearly it should have like ammo or something, because my sniper rifle abomination is low, but I'm not seeing any, so that's not going to work out too well. Unfortunately, Quiet can't seem to help us too much on this other area. She can't go past this archway right here, which means that my usual tactic of having her ahead while I go behind, we pinch her, isn't going to work out too well. Alright, almost. Oh, damn. Oh, shit, that's right. Bullet penetration is actually a thing in this game. Smart motherfucker. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, damn, those things have missiles on them? Shit. I was pretty close, and... Oh, fuck, wait. Oh, no, he's coming after me. Oh, man. Just keep calm. I somehow missed that, and yeah. Oh, Lord. Who wins in a CQC fight between boss and a fucking robot? Yeah, we all knew the answer. You know, I don't think it's actually possible for us to call in a walker gear. Or at least they're not choosable on the vehicle selection screen.
Quiet.
What do you think about all that chaos, Quiet? Yeah, thumbs up. That's another thing about Quiet and Bond. If you have like 80 or so, maybe it's 60, and you call out her name, she gives you a thumbs up. There we go. We got all the walker gears extracted. That's our last tank extracted. And now for the other side mission here, which is extracting, I believe, 6 of these red containers. It has to be specifically containers that are colored red, and they have to be in this base. They can't be like the red containers back at the very beginning of the mission. And of course, a sandstorm would hit after all the carnage happened, meaning that I had to wait a while to grab these last few containers. Because if there's anything I've learned from games, is that 90% may as well be a fucking 10% success rate. If it's not 100, just don't bother. But finally, we are here. We just busted through Skullface's base. We killed all of his men. We're gonna finish this once and for all. This is also me trying to figure out there's a way to go down there. I was like, no, wait, there has to be a way to go down there. And I'm looking at the cabling, thinking it's a ladder. Sometimes I am amazed by my own stupidity. And once again, another awkward cut. Thanks a lot, NVIDIA.
His ride has arrived. Don't let Skullface get away. Stop him at the heliport.
After mashing the record and unrecord button over and over again.
Boss, can you see the heliport? Skullface is right there. Make contact with him and make him talk. We have to stop him before his plan is set in motion.
Whoa, hey. What are you doing there?
Sahelanthropus is somewhere inside there. First of all, make contact with Skullface. Don't kill him yet. We need him to talk first.
Interesting, we got the Psycho Mantis Jr. up there. And also one last thing we need to grab. Took me a bit to find it. This here cassette tape. And now we just gotta go pay a visit to the big man himself. Or, well, the slightly purplish, average-sized man.
You too have known loss. And that loss torments you still. You hope hatred might someday replace the pain. But it never goes away. It makes a man hideous, inside and out. Wouldn't you agree? We both are demons. Our humanity won't return. You, me, we've no place to run, nowhere to hide. And that is why I'll show you my demon. Follow me, big boss!
Just go along with him for now. We're ready to fight if it comes to that. That's our leverage against him, our deterrent. He doesn't want a war on his hands.
Whatever the Navajo told you, it's just one possible solution derived by Cypher. My will is different. I've known you since your time at Langley. I've long been the other side of your coin. 1964, Soviet territory. Fox's first mission. Any mess you made, I was there to clean up. You completed your task, and admirably. The information you returned was far more than enough to fill our pockets. With it, our futures became, more or less, set in stone. And then the Major came to me with an idea. Washington doesn't know how to spend money, he said. I'd like to redirect it. His goal was an organization dedicated solely, covertly, to supporting America. Cypher. You know the rest. To him, it was mourning the loss of his friend. Or rather, an act of revenge on the world, but America most of all. America is a country of thought, a meeting of immigrants. Instead of simply assimilating, its citizens live alongside others. Their roots are very diverse. America's never been made up of just one people. But he tried to forge a single consciousness for it and from it. The idea that every citizen would use free will to unite behind their country. Unilateralism like that can't be entrusted to any one individual. So the Major sought a system that used information, words, to control the subconscious. To unite America and the entire world. The Major thought this was his friend's will. But I think he never understood what she wanted. Before he ever walked or cried, even before he was born, his mother tongue was English. He doesn't know the pain of losing his own language. Not yet. He cannot understand her will. I do. I was born in a small village. I was still a child when we were raided by soldiers. Foreign soldiers. Torn from my elders, I was made to speak their language. With each new post, my masters changed, along with the words they made me speak. Words are peculiar. With each change, I changed too. My thoughts, personality, how I saw right and wrong. War changed me, and not only my visage. Words can kill. I was invaded by words, burrowing and breeding inside me. A philosopher once said, "It is no nation we inhabit, but a language." Make no mistake, our native tongue is our true fatherland. My fatherland. My truth was stolen from me. And so was my past. All that's left is the future. And mine is revenge. On those who leech off the words of their fellow man. This is what I learned from the Major. And then it hit me. It was he who should feel my wrath. He and the code he chose as basis for control. Language codes, information codes, beamed all around us, genetic codes spanning history. By controlling the codes, Cypher Zero intends to unify the world. Codes implanted into our heads, sucking our minds dry as it spreads from one host to the next. A parasite upon this earth, that is what Zero is. As one born into this world, he's afflicted. I hold him responsible for killing my freedom. Killing all traces of my past. Killing any promise of a future. We are all but dead men forced to walk upon this earth. A world reduced to zero. Cypher plans to use its codes to control the world. They think they can. And the mother tongue of all those codes is English. The Word became flesh. The final parasite. It knows English. An English strain of the vocal parasite. I will exterminate the English language. With this, I'll rid the world of infestation. All men will breathe free again, reclaim their past, present, and future. This is no ethnic cleanser. It is a liberator. To free the world from Zero. Let the world be. Sans lingua franca, the world will be torn asunder, and then it shall be free. People will suffer, of course, a phantom pain. The world will need a new common tongue, a language of nukes. My metal ears shall be the thread by which all countries are bound together in equality. No words will be needed. Every man will be forced to recognize his neighbor. People will swallow their pain. They will link lost paths. The world will become one. This war is peace. witnesses Sahelanthropus, the hands of the Doomsday Clock will roll on, regardless of Zero. Sahelanthropus will take the first giant step into a brave new. It is the bell with which a world trodden upon by words declares its independence.
We are here. Remember the Alamo.
This is Queequeg on station to provide cover.
Get us a line of fire.
Roger that.
We're not the only demons in this world. Like you, vengeance is all he has. It's man's thirst for revenge that drives the times. Just as you live because of me, he lives because of you. Show him! Wait! Who is doing this? Such a lust for revenge? Who? Go!
Ah, damn. A C rank. Ooh, that's fucking rough. Yeah, even doing all the side missions. I guess it didn't help that it took 41 minutes to do, but what can you do? Oh, sweet. We can now be XOF ourselves. Or Skullface. I guess now I could rename the emblem to Shoot Face. So, once again, we got another one of those jarring to-be-continued things that kinda takes me out of the flow of the missions. Next mission is Sahelanthropus. But, before I go, how about we, what's S rank? Skullface. Remember this tank? I don't think I've ever used tanks much, so we get a little taste of how durable they can be. And also, notice how long it takes them to actually realize who I am? That's pretty neat, until I get way close. And then just blast on through, like it's nothing. Kinda bailed a bit too early there, getting my ass shot up, but hey, what can you do? And then, key point, make sure you skip every single one of these cutscenes because they add to the mission timer for whatever reason. And there we go, our S rank. Perfect. Good night, everybody.